Hello class, this is going to be a sample presentation of one of our telescope presentations on the Hubble Space Telescope. I will do it from the point of view of a student doing it, so there will be some on-purpose mistakes, maybe things you will notice, and if I get time at the end of the video, I'll point those out. This is going to be take 4 of this video because my Chromebook keeps dying. The Hubble Space Telescope. Hubble Space Telescope. Launched April 24th, 1990 from Space Shuttle Discovery, STS-31. The Hubble Space Telescope is inside the shuttle there, taking off. Named after American astronomer Edwin P. Hubble, born 1889, died 1953. That's him. He didn't build the Hubble Space Telescope. He didn't even design it. It was simply named after him as an honor because of some other stuff that he did. He actually discovered the fact that the entire universe is expanding and accelerating. He also liked to smoke pipes. The Hubble Space Telescope does not have a lens. It is not a refractor. It's a reflecting telescope. So the mirror on the inside is approximately 2.4 meters across. That's taller than me or you, and so that's a pretty big mirror. That is not the biggest mirror or the biggest telescope in the world by far, but it is pretty big. Certainly bigger than my telescope. The reason it is up in space, it is orbiting the Earth so that it can get above weather, atmosphere, all that sort of stuff that can blur its vision. So without having to worry about that stuff, it gets very clear images most of the time. Now the mirror is 2.4 meters across. That would be kind of like this direction right here. But the entire thing is even bigger. It is approximately the size of a whole school bus. So the next time you're in your school bus or see one, think about that thing orbiting the Earth at 17,000 miles an hour. That's what the Hubble Space Telescope is doing. Now when it first went up, the Hubble produced images that were all fuzzy and blurry. That's bad. It's because the mirror inside it was very slightly, by less than the thickness of a human hair, off, the wrong shape. So what could they do? They sent astronauts up to basically put corrective lenses, like eyeglasses, on Hubble so that it would from then on see clearly. Just like you might wear contacts or glasses, so does Hubble. These are 3 pictures of things that the Hubble Space Telescope has photographed. And the total cost of the Hubble Space Telescope, building it, servicing it, everything, is approximately $10 billion. Now that might seem like a lot, but it has literally taken millions of observations and helped author thousands and thousands of scientific studies. So for 30 years of continual work, I think that's actually not too bad. The end. Okay, now that was just about 3 minutes on the dot. And I did kind of go through that kind of quickly. Some things that I did wrong. I didn't say anything about what these things are. I definitely could have written something down or said something, looked it up. Instead of they're just pretty pictures, explain what they are. Reading from the screen and not looking at your audience is not a good idea. In addition to that, this text is really small and probably hard to read. Try and use text that's a little bit of a better size. You may have even noticed some spelling mistakes on purpose, so try and avoid that kind of stuff. Proofread. With all those things in mind, the time was good, most of the content was good. There were definitely some things wrong that I mentioned. That would be a good, like maybe 80% type grade to type score for this one. If you're wondering why, take a look at the rubric that's on your assignment. I'm going to wrap this up now to make sure that the file actually saves and everything works. So there's your sample presentation.